Howdy. My name is Ryan Paiva. I'm a web developer at GoLevel, and we're located at the UCF Business Incubator. Today I'm going to talk about minimum viable products, something we talk to all of our new clients about when they start a new venture. Version 1.0. So let's say you have an idea. It might be a website, a mobile app, or something not technical like a restaurant, and you have $20,000 to spend. Right away you're saying this is a huge investment. It has to be perfect. I only have one chance at making this work. So the first thing you do is you go out and you set out to make a perfect product. You find every feature that your competitors have, make a huge list, add in your original ideas. Remember, you only have one chance to make this work. You spend 6 months building it, spend 100% of your budget. You take out loans for your marketing because you want to have it hit the entire country all at one time. There's no second chances. So the possible outcomes are a wild success. You're a millionaire, you're friends with Bill Gates, everything is great. Or you have a total loss, you spiral into depression, and the whole thing was a giant mistake. You should have never done it to begin with. Just a terrible, terrible outcome. But more often than not, you have some success right away, but not enough to be profitable. But you built everything, so half the features that you built, your clients don't use. You get feedback from your customers. They want new things. They have a lot of ideas, a lot of ways to improve what you've built, but you can't afford to build them because you spent all of your money. There's nothing left. Everything you meant to be perfect, but it wasn't. So the kind of quotes you might hear is, it was a good idea, but I had to shut it down because I was losing more money than I was making, and I ran out of capital. You also might hear something like it was ahead of its time, or it just didn't take off the way that I thought it would. So it's just one problem. There is no such thing as a perfect product. And even if there was, you wouldn't get it on the first try. Nobody does. Everything happens in stages, in learning, especially when you talk too fast during your presentation. So let's start over, right? I went through it too fast. We tried to make it perfect and it wasn't. So let's slow down. Let's think about how we might do things differently if we could do it all over again. What are the things that we learned? So you have an idea, and you have $20,000 to spend. It could be a website, a mobile application, or something not technical like a restaurant. So we start thinking to ourselves, what are the different thoughts? What's the different mentality that we need to have to be successful? It doesn't have to be perfect right away. I have a simple, original idea that I want to focus on. I can launch to a small group first. So let's build a minimum viable product instead of a perfect product. Let's find all the features that your competitors have, but let's only choose the features that you absolutely need. Let's focus on the ideas that are original and make those the centerpiece of what you do. It doesn't have to be all things to all people. So development schedule. Design the smallest 1.0 possible. Spend only 25% of your budget and a 30-day development time. It's just a much smaller, tighter project, and you want to make it about learning, not about perfection. You launch small. Same thing as our first try when we tried to make it perfect. We have some success, but not enough to be profitable. But this time, your clients use all of your features, and they want more. Remember, it's a small, minimum viable product. They say this is on a good start, but we want more from you. So the possible outcomes are you exit because it was a terrible idea, but this time you don't lose everything doing it. Or you think you're kind of on the right track, but you need big changes, so you pivot. Or you're on the right track, it looks great, but you iterate. So rinsing and repeating, that's the iterative process. After you gather that feedback and you finish an update, you expand the audience to more people, get more feedback, plan the next update, and then you can start funding it using revenue that you're already making with your minimum viable product. And it takes discipline. Of course, we all want our stuff to be perfect. Nobody wants to put anything out there that's less than their best. And we have a reaction to try to plan and plan and plan and not build something small and get it out there and take risks. Not only that, but you're going to have people working against you. When you talk to vendors, they want the big budget. They want you to lock you in with a huge price. They want to get all of your money. Partners and investors might want big feature lists and eye candy and things that are just going to wow everybody right away, which means that everybody involved needs to know about lean startups. That means your developers, if you're running a restaurant, it's got to be your waiters, your investors, everybody on board needs to know about that. And there's actually a book called Lean Startups, and it's made by Eric Ries. Everyone should read it. Thank you.